awake yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Barely.
Yeah, it's a little early. We had some rain last night, which was pretty cool. I see everyone's leaving their drink order, which is nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
I want to know what they are. Iced coffee.
Yeah. We're not drinking anything hot here. I can tell you that right now.
No. I wish I was drinking something delicious, but it's water.
Yeah. So let's see. What are we drinking? What are you drinking?
I just said. Thanks for listening to
Oh,
me.
sorry. I was looking at chat.
Water.
Just water?
It's boring. I put a little bit of lemon in it,
Oh,
but
goodness.
it's really
Oh,
depressing.
my goodness.
It's not helping my mood this morning. I need some chai in this cup.
I'm drinking electrolytes. I know, not very exciting.
This
Sorry,
is
guys.
lame.
It's too
This
hot
is
to drink
disappointing.
coffee. It's just,
We should have made ice chai.
yeah, we should have. Or iced coffee. Either one. Oh, well.
We're lame.
But
Okay.
everybody else is not. They
Yeah.
all have very interesting and awesome drinks.
Now I want their drink.
M&M's, Fritos, and Pepsi.
Nuh-uh.
Rock on.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Are you in college? Sounds like college breakfast.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, welcome everybody. This is a Plaster Live. Doesn't mean we'll be plastering live. It just means we're going to be trying to answer a lot of questions because there's been a lot of comments and we just can't reply to all of them.
Yeah, especially when you're repeating yourself. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the same comments, and
Yeah.
I don't want to copy and paste replies.
Yeah, and also when you're still kind of like, usually we're pretty far ahead, but we're not right now. Like what you've been seeing on YouTube is basically real time, other than like a day or so.
Yeah, so what you
And-
saw yesterday was our Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just don't have. We still don't know. We still don't know what's going
I
on.
haven't looked under there today, did
Nope.
you?
Mm-mm.
We should
We're
do
s-
that live. Let's see what happens and watch it be all cracked.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with I don't know, what should we start with?
I don't know.
With the plaster
This is
questions.
your idea.
Oh, okay. So now it's my
Okay. Oh, well, let's talk about the main question was, why aren't we just doing the same plaster that we did on the shed?
Oh, on the solar shed. Yeah, good question.
It's a great question.
The
you
solar
wanna-
shed was great because we finished it at the end of last summer.
Yep.
And then there was no rain.
Yeah.
And so everything was perfect until this winter. We started having a few issues when it was raining, and then this monsoon season has accelerated that. And so the things we keep talking about how when we see a crack, what we're noticing on the solar shed is if a crack is a deep level crack, water can get behind it, and then that separates it from the base plaster or the scratch coat, and then the piece just falls off, and then you have like exposed, sometimes even an exposed bag if it goes down far enough, which is obviously a huge deal. And I guess we didn't really talk about that, but like, I mean, obviously if the solar shed worked, we just would have done the solar shed plaster, but
Let's back up a little bit.
yeah.
On the solar shed, the north and east side, perfect.
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with it.
Yep.
The south and west side is where we get those winds and rains and hail. And we had a really bad hailstorm that put like bullet holes in the plaster.
Yeah.
So we've learned a lot from that. Larger overhangs would be great. That
Mhm.
would help.
Yep.
Having some kind of like, on the house we'll have like a screened in porch, and that will help protect those walls
Yeah.
from crazy weather. And I think we just didn't have that last plaster coat on there very well, and we didn't check all those cracks. We knew there was hairline cracks. We just didn't think it was going to be a major issue.
Right, and I think at that point we hadn't found the sealer, the waterproof
Yep,
sealer
we
for
didn't know
that
about that.
particular plaster. and it's kind of the same issue because we were final plastering about the same time of year as we are now, and I think
And
really
it
what
was
happened is it was hot, and like you said,
on the west side.
the east and the north sides where they were in shade, they dried slower and they didn't crack as much. But that west side, we were plastering at the end of the day, and the sun was going down, and it was just getting baked, and so it was changing that. So I think we're starting to like piece all those different things together, and that's why we're slowing down the dry time on this. That's why we're adding the waterproof sealer.
That's why we're taking our time
That's why
so
we're
much.
slowing down, taking our time.
Yeah.
And it's to all the other questions about sand and cement and lime. And I listen, there's so many contradicting theories out there, even from your all's comments. That we don't even know where to start with that. I don't think it's particularly helpful to dig into to which is going to work better.
Well, everybody's soil is a different composition. Like some
Yeah.
of us have more clay, some of us have more sand.
Mhm.
You know, some of us don't have any clay. So it just depends on your specific type of soil. That's why we're taking our time trying to figure out our soil, what works for us here at the area that we're digging our soil from. That's another thing. Like, you could dig holes all over this property. They're all going to be completely different.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, like we tried lime, we tried more clay, less less sand,
More cement.
more
less
cement, less cement. Yeah,
More horse manure, less horse manure. We've tried it all.
we've tried.
And
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to look at this today, but I think we've got it.
So far, yeah. I mean,
It's only been 2 days, though.
it's been, yeah, that's true. And we've been pretty lucky because I mean
been
it's sunny today, but it's been mostly cloudy, pretty mild. I mean, we went from almost 100-degree days to like 80-ish degree days here in the last week, which is really nice. So yeah, I mean,
I want to give this plenty of time to like slowly dry so that we know for sure before we move on and cover such a large amount of area in a short amount of time. Like, we got to know it's going to work.
yeah, I think above all else, that's probably the thing that, and it's because we're making videos so often. I think sometimes we get in a rush, and especially with these natural building techniques, you got to slow down. Like, and there is a certain like beauty to not just spraying something on with a super new construction method that might be easier, but it's way more toxic, right? Like, we're attempting to do something a little bit different here and do it a lot more naturally. And so we don't mind to wait. We didn't know we needed to wait this long, I think, was the problem.
Yeah.
We thought a couple of days was good.
Yeah.
But I think we're learning that it's going to need to be more than just a day or two.
Yeah.
We
need
really...
several more days just to watch this and make sure it's drying slow enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need an observation period.
Yeah, observation period.
It's a real thing. Like, you gotta, like, say for example, when you move onto your property, you don't want to just build right away. You need to watch and see what the water does on your land. You need to see where everything flows, where the sun rises. Like, you want to like take all these things into consideration before you begin a build. And now we're doing this as we build. Like, it's just a different observation period.
Yes, built-in observation periods for sure. Is there anything else we want to talk about for plastering?
Not unless there's like specific
There's
questions.
probably comments, like questions, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if we had anything else we wanted to present.
Well, do we want to like take this off and look at it live? I think that'd be kind of fun.
Maybe later.
Towards the end?
Yeah,
okay.
A little bit later.
Well, you should probably look at questions.
Okay.
You want to do that?
I'm gonna look at questions.
You making fun of me?
No, not at all. By the way, we have a few guidelines in place for live chat comments today. Our last live was a little chaotic.
Just a little bit.
So number one, you have to be a subscriber to live chat. Number two, you can only leave a comment every 60 seconds, just to slow things down a little bit. And number three, I just wanted to say, if we don't answer your question, don't keep leaving the same comment. We just don't want to answer it. I mean, or it's something that we don't want to talk about live. I mean, there's certain topics
Yeah, there's some things that are off limits
like
here.
where we are and like stuff like that. Like we're just not going to answer those questions. So
Yeah.
don't take it personally, but don't keep leaving the same comment over and over. Cool. All right.
I feel like they got into like teacher
Hey,
mode
I
there.
just last time was crazy, so we're trying to deal with it a little bit. All right, we got lots of awesome breakfast shares here. Oh man, now I'm getting hungry.
You might have to go to the coffee shop.
I know, right?
We weren't gonna go to the coffee shop this morning, but now I'm like, maybe we should.
Jalapeno caliche or kolaches, caliche.
Remember when I would make those
kolaches?
Oh my gosh!
I'm very jealous now.
The lemon cream cheese one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Make
Where
that.
was that? Where we got those?
Between Dallas and what's south of Dallas?
Houston?
It's on the major highway between Dallas and something. What's south? Fort Worth?
I don't know. Guys,
No,
when we
Dallas and
traveled,
Fort Worth is the same area.
we stayed in some little town, and like the main thing in this town was
There's
this,
a gas station. Was there a gas station?
Yeah.
Gas station and a caliche place. And they're
Not caliche, kolaches.
sorry.
I know. It's my fault. Sorry.
You're messing me up. The best pastries, and it was like the longest line in the middle of nowhere. It was so good.
So
Why are we
good.
talking about that? Okay.
Because somebody
let's get
said
off
they were
topic.
eating one.
Okay.
Um,
Now I'm hungry.
Sorry.
Damn.
Okay. Let's see.
I gotta go look over here real quick because I think that's a crack.
Huh? That's not a crack.
Oh.
That's not a crack. Oh, thank you, Sandwich, for your tip. We appreciate it. Let's see. Are your cats outdoor cats? Yes. They are. And they're
They
awesome.
are our hunters. They keep our rodent population far down.
And sometimes they catch all kinds of crazy things. Birds, rabbits.
Do you want to tell the story about your bird?
Okay, so one time I went up to the solar shed and and
So bad.
there was a little bird and he was just kind of nestled
Quiet.
back right at the front door. Like I couldn't even get in the door because it was just nestled back in the corner there. And I was like, oh, I was like, you felt like Disney
Thought
music
maybe
was
it was
playing
like-
in the background. And I'm like, oh, little bird, you're so cute. Are you okay, buddy? And he kind of hops out and he hops to the edge of the cement pad and a cat just goes, and like, and the bird was gone. And I was like, oh, that's
Dang
what
it.
was going on.
So bad.
Sucks. I mean,
It is sad when
I'm
you get
good
the
that they're
birds.
honing their skill. I'm glad they're honing their skills, but yeah,
That was sad.
Yeah.
Let me tell my rabbit story.
Sure. Yeah. Guys, we're getting a little serious this
A couple
morning.
days ago, several weeks ago, I found this little tiny little cottontail. And it was like hopping, but it's hopping really slow. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go get it so that like the cats don't get it. And then like the closer I got it, the slower it was hopping. And then I saw the cat and I saw there was blood all over the rabbit. Oh, it was so sad. And the rabbit was no more.
Mm.
It was really sad. I hate it. I was trying to save it.
Yeah. I know. We keep trying to, and the cats are just like, nope, sorry.
It was sad. Oh, let's talk about happy stuff.
Okay. Let's see. A bench to sit on. Ah, we're fine. That's okay.
It's morning. We need to stand up.
Yes, someone said the Kalashi place is so good in Texas. It really is.
What was the... I want to know what the towns were now because it's going to bother me.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. Someone says you didn't use any cement in the garage construction.
Yes, we did. No.
Well,
Yeah,
we
on
didn't
the
in
plaster.
we didn't in the bags, but we did on the plaster.
On the
Yeah.
plaster, it was this plaster. It was 8-to-1. Sifted very fine.
Mm-hmm.
and it's great. But it's on the east side, so it doesn't get blasted with rain. And
It dried at the proper pace, and
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that's really just.
what the problem is.
I'm starting to think it's maybe not the mix that's the problem.
Yeah, it's just our impatience.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's what I'm.
I mean, because the
where I'm
back of
leaning.
that is great, and we did use the Rutland cement sealer on the back of those just in case. So when we get a really bad monsoon, sometimes it does come from the north and east, and it's really bad. So when that happens, I really want to go out there and look and just
Right,
see
yeah.
what happens. But
Yep.
I mean, there's like the tiniest hairline crack on the very top, so I don't think there's going to be any issue with that.
Yeah, yeah. West Texas, was that it? Someone said they're
I
on
think
I-35. I don't know.
Mm,
Yeah, 2 people said city
Okay.
of West Texas.
Okay.
So that's probably it.
yeah, it was delicious.
Our traveling days are a little bit of a blur. Sorry.
Yeah. Was that between Dallas and Austin then? Is that the highway that goes between Dallas and
I
Austin?
could not tell you. I don't know.
Oh, someone tell me.
Okay, so someone says, I'm wondering if there's a reason you don't finish the last batch's edge smoothed out, so it would be over, like how you kind of leave it chunky to connect to the next layer that you're putting on next to it. Why do you not smooth it flat and then come over top of it on the other side?
I'm just trying a couple different ways. I've done both.
Okay.
I kind of like having that ledge. Like I kind of leave it to where this is hard to explain. How do I explain this? Like if this is a wall, I can't show you. Okay, this is a wall, and I leave the plaster to where it's higher on the outside than on the inside. That way the next batch of plaster goes between. See how it's up like that? Put your hand in there between my hand.
My hands are full.
Plaster would go in between. It's kind of like a little pocket for the next batch to go, and then it goes over a little bit. It's hard to explain.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Anyway.
It's been working good so far.
Okay. I can't explain things. Any more questions?
Oh, there's plenty more questions.
Okay.
There's still lots of breakfast comments, so I'm just trying to get to the questions. Yeah. Linseed oil.
No, I'm not going to do linseed oil in the garden.
Mm-mm. That's why we have the cement sealer. Yep.
Also, the reason I'm not doing that, mostly because I know it's a natural product and everything, but I don't want it dark. It really deepens the color of the plaster, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, for sure. A question about how we ended up. Let's scoot a little closer. Some people are having trouble hearing us, so we're gonna get really close.
No, we're not. How we ended up? What do you mean?
How we ended up in Cochise County. Guys, we've told this story so many times.
Maybe they're new, babe.
That's probably new. We were traveling full time. We looked all over the country for places to live, and
Sorry, I gotta adjust.
oh yeah, that's a little weird. And we were looking for somewhere we could build off grid, right? And we liked Cochise County because of the owner builder opt out, which meant that we could build whatever crazy thing we wanted without a whole lot of sort of permits and interference and stuff like that. And we could live in the RV while we did it.
Also, we love the desert.
And also we fell in love with the desert. And
Also, the views are amazing.
Also, the elevation is kind of like a perfect, like it gives you a good moderate, like it's not too hot in the summer, it's not too cold in the winter.
Also, the people here are awesome.
Not too, yeah.
Also, the community is great. Also,
we didn't know all that before we moved here.
Also, we don't have to mow our yard.
Well, we might have to. That's why we have goats, right? They're not doing a very good job.
They are not.
We went through that whole thing about that portable electric fence, and they're just like sitting over there in the corner not eating anything.
I think I know what the problem is. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so someone says, why is Ashley the only one allowed to plaster?
Well,
Well,
I'm a little bit of a control freak. Also, I'm just really trying to figure it out. Like once I figure it out and I can teach somebody else how to do it, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to figure out the thickness.
Yeah.
And then once I figure out the thickness, Adeline
Then
and I
we
can knock
can-
this out. You guys
yeah.
could keep us supplied. Like it's
Adelaide's already done some
Adelaide's
final
great at
plastering.
it.
Yeah.
So and Jax will be really good. And really all of them could do it. I just have to I got to figure it out and then I can tell them what to do. They'll be doing it. It's not just going to be me the whole time. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. Someone says, I get it. You interlock the layers. So
Yes.
several people understood what you were saying. So, yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to try to explain it.
Sam, howdy. Howdy back to you, sir.
Hey, homie.
Thank you.
Also, your cards are in the mail.
Oh.
Your stickers are in the mail. Your card and sticker. Stickers. There's some more stickers. I might have sent 2 envelopes to you, too, because I have a really bad system of figuring out who I've sent cards and stickers to. I got to figure out how to make this better, but you may end up with 2 cards and stickers.
Bummer.
This week has been crazy, so.
It has. Lime wash. We already tried lime. And,
We haven't tried a lime wash.
Well, we don't want it bright white, though.
No, but I am considering doing a lime wash in the chicken's coop. Just to experiment with it. And it's not like out where you'll see the whole thing, you know? Where are you going?
I was tired of holding that cup. Okay.
Did you hear what I said about lime wash?
You're going to do it inside the chicken coop.
Hey, thanks for listening.
I learned my lesson the first time. Okay. What do you want to plant in the chicken garden? That's a good question. What are we going to plant in here?
So much salsa. I'm just going to plant salsa.
Guys, technically, it's not a chicken garden.
It's a salsa garden.
It's a salsa garden.
So, a lot of tomatoes and tomatillos and peppers. I do want to do garlic. We really want to get strawberries and melons in here. But mostly, I want a lot of tomatoes to where I can can a bunch of salsa.
Sounds good to me. I like it.
Are you cutting me off? I was going to continue on. And
Oh, there's
talking
more? Keep
about-
going.
No, there's not really.
Oh.
Herbs.
You're just messing with me.
Herbs. Maybe some grapes.
Grapes?
No, I don't think I'll do grapes here. But I do want to do grapes eventually.
Okay.
Table grapes.
Okay, let's see. Have you ever checked out the Nito project? Yes.
Guys,
They are amazing.
they're so amazing. I haven't met them in person. Really want to. May have emailed a couple times and haven't heard back. So,
Yeah.
if you're listening,
We hope to one day meet them for sure. They do some amazing
they
stuff.
do amazing things.
Yeah.
And I really want to just talk to them. And like,
So much knowledge and wisdom there.
also the mom is awesome.
Yeah.
And I really want to meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's awesome.
Okay. We answered this a little earlier about the solar shed. It is the same technique, and we're having problems with it. That's the short answer.
Not
so
the
that's
same technique.
well, yeah, it's the same mix and everything.
Same mix, but we didn't apply it with a trowel at all.
That's
like,
true.
It was not compressed
And
at
it
all.
definitely didn't slow dry, and that was the
Yeah.
problem. Yeah. Let's see. I haven't got to it yet. I don't think. Sorry. Hold on.
Someone said, I just looked at the comment and someone said, smash the button.
Smash that like button. No, please don't. Be very gentle. Don't break your computer. How are the pigs and the goats?
Good.
Yeah.
Everybody's good. Yep.
Yeah.
The pigs are leaving us on the 8th.
Is it that soon? Oh my gosh.
We are going to fill our freezer, which means we need to figure out how to
Means we need to clean our
out
freezer.
freezer.
Laura got her tree photos.
Yay.
Sweet.
I saw someone from Australia already got theirs. So that was fast.
That is fast.
Like,
I thought
it
it
was-
would take a while.
It
yeah.
was like only a few days after I mailed it.
Yeah.
I thought it would take weeks.
Yeah. So we've had several people asking how our water catchment is going.
Mm.
So let me tell you the story of living in the high desert of Arizona, where you have rain every day, but you actually don't.
A lot of, like, every day this week it said that we were going to get rain.
Uh-huh.
And most days we just watch it go around us.
Runs down the mountain range, or it comes up from the south, and then it just kind of I don't even know where it goes. It's just like it dissipates and
It's like
gone.
coming like right at us, and then it turns all of a sudden, and it's like, no, not today.
So we haven't got enough rain to sheet flow and fill the berms and the swales. We have gotten enough rain to put a little bit of water in our tank here in the chicken garden.
Can I say how much is in there?
Do you know how much?
It's right around 100 gallons.
It could be more after last night.
Oh, I haven't looked since last night.
We know there's at least about 150 gallons in there, which is pretty cool. I mean,
for
it's not a lot.
Tiny roof,
yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and especially for as little rain as we've actually had. I mean, it just really hasn't dumped yet.
Yeah.
But hey, we haven't had to use a lot of our water to irrigate the trees, which has been pretty nice.
Yeah, we keep turning it off.
There's a little rain delay feature on there, and I'm like, yes, rain delay, rain delay.
Has been pretty nice. It's not enough to like fill up the berm and swale, but it's enough to water everything to where we don't have to walk around with buckets for those 5 trees in the cactus garden. Oh, by the way, I don't know if he's listening, but Eric from Texas sent us prickly pear, the spineless prickly pear pads, like 8 or 9
Those
of them.
things grow so fast.
I planted them. I'm so excited. I think I sent you something. Anyway, thank you so much. That our cactus garden is going to be amazing here in a couple years.
He says he's here.
Oh, yay. Thank you. It's
Sweet.
been really nice. Like, Ada and I walked around and found the perfect spot in the cactus garden for each of them.
Yeah.
So I'm real excited.
And then in 1 year, they're going to be like,
yeah,
because they grow so fast. The
one we
anniversary cactus that we
planted in March
has already doubled in size.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm real excited about it.
All right, we have a few more tips from Amanda and Mama Bear.
Thank you.
Living something. I cut it off, sorry. So thank you guys. Has Jax finished his art? Remember he was working on the cactuses on the benches over there?
I think he's done. He did 6 cactus on there.
Aww.
Isn't that so sweet? I was like, is this done? He's like, yeah, I think so. So, that's cute.
Yeah. Someone said the lime wash may help keep the chickens from pecking at the walls.
I'm going to try it just to experiment with it.
Yeah.
We might end up loving it and want to do it on everything. Who knows?
Well, and one thing that I guess we haven't thought about since we started adding the horse manure to the final plaster is that may cause the chickens to mess with it.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Who knows? They mess with everything, those chickens.
This may just end up being like a huge garden.
Yeah.
You'd keep the chickens free roaming.
Someone said, would stucco last longer than plaster? It all depends on variables. Lots and lots of variables. Even stucco has to be repaired over time. So
yeah, but it would be way faster to spray it on.
It would be faster to put on. But
it's just not the aesthetic that we're going for. So this is, again, practice for the house. I really want this certain aesthetic for our house. So this is why we're taking so much time trying to figure it out for this. It's going to look great when it's done. Just give us a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit.
Let's see. Do you use the chicken feed made out of food waste? Oh, is that the grub things? Is that what they're talking about? The grub terrace stuff?
Yeah, we still, they get those as treats.
Yeah, that's their
That's their
treats. We
treat.
don't feed them that because it's not cheap, right?
No, there's a feed co-op in Tucson that we're part of that does organic, non-GMO, soy-free feed that we give our chickens.
Which is very hard to find, like just at the store.
Oh, you can't find it anywhere. But we order every 2 months through that co-op, and it's been great. Like the eggs. Every time someone buys them, they're like, "These are amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
That's true. We've had a few people who are like we've gotten eggs from other, you know,
Other people that are like feeding, like do free range chickens.
yeah,
But like, I think it's that soy. I think when there's soy in that feed, it changes the
messes
flavor
up
of
the
the
egg.
egg.
Yeah.
And it also, I'm not going to get into it, but it's not great for you.
No, it's not. Have we seen any flooding on our property? Well, no, because it hasn't like really rained.
No, I'm still waiting on that little wash on the other 5 acres to
I checked
run.
it yesterday because it rained pretty hard up in the mountains, and what we know from last year is if the rain hits just the right spot on the mountain, that funnels down and will fill up our wash on the other property.
Yeah, it was really cool to see it flow. We've only seen it twice, but
It didn't happen yesterday. I was
No.
bummed. But
still
there,
waiting.
we saw some video of some other local people up in there, and there was definitely like waterfalls happening. So it does happen, but rarely for us apparently. Let's see. Any new tattoos?
If I had a budget for tattoos, there would be new tattoos. I'm gonna have to make a tattoo budget.
Tattoo budget.
My parents would be so proud.
They would not be proud. They would not be happy.
Guys, when I had that spider bite the other day, also it's great. It's
gone.
fine.
Yeah.
But my dad called and he's like, "How's your arm?" I'm like, "Oh, it hurts really bad." And I was like, complaining to him, and he goes, "You know, it's probably ink poisoning." My dad doesn't like the tattoo.
Probably. Oh my gosh. Oh, someone's asking the project. So it's Nito, Nito.
Yeah.
Or Canelo. There, it's
The
also
Canelo project. Benito is like the plaster master. He's amazing.
Yeah.
And there's 3 brothers that they do, like, one is really great at videography and records these amazing videos of their work. Like, they do clay balls and like all kinds of plaster. They do timber framework. It's amazing.
welding. Doesn't one of them weld?
Yeah. They do like everything. They're amazing. I want to be them.
When you grow up.
I just want to meet them. But yeah, they do really cool work.
Someone says they have a magic bubble over their town that repels rain too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like, down south, they're getting pounded, like, all the time. Like, Green Dream has a ton of water.
Yeah.
They're getting
They had a
hot.
pretty rough storm that tore up like 60 power poles or something. I mean,
70. Took 70 down.
and started a fire and a house burned down.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. Have we considered making jelly out of mesquite beans? You know, a lot of people tell us we need to harvest our mesquite beans, and one day I'm sure that we will.
We will when we have a house.
But we don't.
We don't have
the
storage
time.
or time.
I'm sure they're great. It's just not a priority.
I do
for us
have
right
mesquite jelly in my fridge because there's a local guy here that makes it. Our salsa dealer.
Now. Yeah.
This is so awkward when you don't.
I'm sorry. Someone said, won't the mixture change for the house with the change in dirt location?
Yeah, it's something that we'll have to figure out. But once I see how it goes on and the feel of it, I think that we'll be able to adjust our mix. Oh, my stomach is growling. I'm so sorry.
I still think it's not so much the mix as it is the dry time.
Yeah. Also, I'm not going to be as worried about it with the house because we're going to have a large overhang over everything. So
Yep.
I'm not as worried.
Yeah. Can you buy more land if you need to? We're always
wanting to buy more land.
But you know what? All our monies are going into
Projects.
projects. So short term, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Long term, sure, but yeah.
And buy the whole valley.
I know. No neighbors, please.
Oh, I don't mind some neighbors.
As long as you're far enough away that I can't see you, you can be my neighbor. Is there a blower machine we could use to spray the dirt mixture in the bags? In the bags or on the bags?
Probably on. But
You mean on?
he means on. Yes, there are machines that do that. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to pay for the machine. And
Well, I don't know that it would
want
work
this,
with our mix.
I
right?
also want the skill. I want to get really good at plaster. I have a lot of plaster to do in the house. This is all practice.
Yeah.
I'm going to get good at it eventually.
You are good at it.
No, I'm going to get, like, I want to be able to do it fast and accurate. Like, I want to, yeah. I just want to really get that skill down.
I think you're already really good at applying plaster. I think our mix has failed you.
Or a dry time.
Well, our dry time, yeah, that too.
Anyway, I'm going to figure it out. It's a skill that I'm wanting to learn. So, no, I'm not going to get a machine and blow it on.
Someone said, is an Airbnb possible in our future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just not on our property.
Yeah.
We would buy some property in some
nearby.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
And yes, I've already got a house plan. I'm already over it. I got it. I know what I want. It's just not gonna happen until after the house.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while, but we can totally see, creating some sort of earth bag completely off grid.
What I want it to be more than just like a vacation place is a place where someone can come go and try out a lifestyle like this.
Oh, like
so many people, like a month.
Yeah.
So where like people are like, I want to live off grid. I don't know if it's for me. That way, this house is completely off grid. You can come and stay and try it out. Like get a foot in the community, like help out with some projects around here, see if you like the community before you even move here.
Yeah.
Because so many people are buying and then 3 months later they're like, I hate this, and then they leave. So this would give someone an opportunity to even see if they like it. You could keep a couple chickens over there and be like, here's what you got to do. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it could be cool.
Like 4 chickens over there. They could have fresh eggs.
Yeah.
See if they like it.
A little mini homestead.
Yeah.
A little mini off-grid homestead. Guys, we have so many ideas, not enough time.
Can we scoot over in the shade a little more?
We need to go this way?
Yeah.
Let's move it. Hold on, guys.
Thanks.
Okay. What other questions do we have?
Are we talking loud enough?
What are our 2 puppies doing? We only have 1.
We have 1 puppy.
Yeah, we only have 1. Although, based on how fast you guys are subscribing, there's going to be another one soon.
Guys, we just hit 80,000. Thank you for subscribing.
Oh my gosh.
That means puppy is coming in the very near future.
See, I tried to set this ridiculous goal, and it's
You
backfiring
thought it would be
hard
like
on
3
me.
years before we hit 100,000. You thought we'd have the house ready.
Yeah.
Guys, guess what? Puppy's coming.
Hey, you know what though?
What?
This time around, I'm not gonna be the one getting up with it.
Nope.
All night.
Kids are doing it.
The kids are taking over.
Yep.
That's what they want. So I'm like, cool. I really do wish we had more space though.
Well, too bad. That'll be fine.
Here's the age-old question. When we build the house, above ground or below ground, or partially somewhere in between. We keep going back and forth on this, for sure. I think, at least where we're settled now, is part of it will be sunken, but not all of it.
Don't give it away.
I'm not. That's all I'm saying.
Also, our house plan has completely changed.
Yeah.
It's even better.
Not that they really knew what it was to begin with.
Well, I think we said that it was going to be donut shaped.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not. But it's round. Let's just say it's round. It's a round house.
Oh, yeah. Totally round.
Yeah.
Earth bag for sure. Yeah, I keep going back and forth on the underground thing too, because I know that could totally help with temperature regulation and stuff like that.
Also, just shade helps majorly. So the overhang around the building would be super beneficial.
That would help too. I don't know. There are potential issues with going down though. I mean, it kind of changes how you have to reinforce or try to keep
plumbing
moisture
changes.
out. The
septic
plumbing
changes.
and septic, that all gets very complicated if your whole house is underground. Now, if just part of it's underground, it doesn't. But I don't know. I don't know.
You're so vague.
What?
Feels very vague.
Oh, yes, vague.
What do you think I said?
I thought you said you're very fake. I was like,
Vague. You're so vague.
well, I'm vague because I'm trying to imagine a scenario in which what we were talking about the other day would have a section underground, and I'm not sure how it would work.
Yeah. How we get from the entrance to the next part.
Right? Yeah.
Guys, we're not going to talk about the house anymore, but just know it's going to be really cool, and we're real excited about it.
How many square feet will it be?
Don't know.
Oh, not yet.
Not sure yet.
No idea.
Also, it's really hard to find the square footage when you have really thick walls and round areas.
And no room is
Straight.
straight. It's all like curved and angled and weird. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
It's a problem. Earth ships. No.
Nope. Not here. If our south view was better, yeah, I would totally look into more of an earthship style. But our south view isn't great. Our view is out west, and that's what we want the focus to be on.
Yes. If we were to do an Earthship, we would probably replace the tires with Hyper AW bags.
Yeah, well, I've seen other people doing that, so yeah.
Because the tires are very labor intensive, from what we understand. So, and I think it would be a lot faster and easier to throw in. And I think it would be the same, roughly the same idea, right?
Yeah, it's mass. You're just creating mass. But the tires, I guess, the big difference is the tires are recycled, like less in the landfill, but then you have that in your house.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off.
Mhm.
Like you're buying the bags or dealing with... I don't think you would smell the tires like when they heat up with the wall.
I don't know.
They're covered.
I don't know.
It's a thick enough plaster. I don't know.
Haven't actually been in one. We've heard varying
I really wanna go to Taos.
reports on how successful they are.
Yeah.
So,
We've heard some people be like, this is amazing. And some people like, I live on one and it's not great. So, I don't know. I haven't seen it for ourselves.
yeah, it's hard to tell.
But I do like the style and idea behind it.
Yeah. Oh, someone's asking about a geodesic dome. Guys,
Oh, there's
let
a
me
guy
tell
here
you,
that makes them.
we just met Kyle, who makes the most amazing geodesic domes.
Yeah.
And, dude.
Yeah.
He made a whole house.
Out of a
Like
geodesic.
a big house.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Mm-hmm. It kind of makes me want to figure out a way to put at least a small geodesic dome somewhere on the house. But we need to catch water on the roof. So I don't know. Maybe
We'll
that won't
figure
work.
it out.
Maybe we'll use it on some. At some point, we gotta
yeah.
use a geodesic dome.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Maybe a greenhouse. Like a
Oh, it'd
small,
be
like
great
a
for a
small greenhouse, like a
Yeah.
plant starter greenhouse.
Yep.
That would be cool. We'll talk to Kyle. Anything else? Good?
Let's see.
We could call it early, you know.
Is a bobcat in your future? I don't know. Maybe.
We would love to have a tractor. We would also like to have lots of things.
Are we using an architect? No, we're not.
Nope.
Planning it all ourselves.
We're using my brain.
We're using our brains. That's the nice thing about the opt-out is we don't have to submit any plans at all. All we have to do is submit a site plan and show them that we are set far enough back from our property lines, and it's a certain size, and that's really it.
Build a code.
And we're supposed to build the code. Yes, but all that they look for is that you're not near a floodplain, that you're far enough away from your setbacks, and that you put it where you like that it's roughly the size you said it was going to be. And there's the septic. Like the septic has to be figured out ahead of time. What? What?
Just like it when you're talking.
uh,
My stomach is growling so loud.
all right. Several people asking about the pit again. Everybody wants to know what we're doing with the pit. I don't know. I don't know why. Like we'll figure something out, but it's not a priority for us at all right now.
It will not be a pond. I can tell you that right now.
No, it's not
a
in the right
pond.
place for a pond. The berm and swale that we put in, that has a spillway designed into it that will fill a pond.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. No, it should. And I mean, we'll use this excavated area for something eventually, but we have to build a house. Like we have to build a house. So whatever's happening in that pit is several years off, and it's fine how it is. It's not hurting anything.
Mm-hmm. Stop asking about our hole.
How much rain have you had? Not enough.
Not enough. Not very much at all.
Yeah.
I would say under 5 inches total. Like, it's not been much.
Oh no, probably like 2.
It's been more than 2. Because one we had,
here?
yeah, one we had 1.5 inches. So it's been more. It's just, it's not enough.
Not yet. No.
Hopefully it comes.
We'll probably get one good one, and that'll jump our average. That's how it works. I mean, you watch it rain all around you, and then one day it just hits you out of nowhere, and then you're like, oh man, it's a lot of rain. A lot of people ask about birds of prey. We've never had any issue with hawks or vultures taking animals.
Our chickens are free range right now. Never had any aerial predator issues ever.
Nope.
There's plenty of places for them to hide. There's lots of trees. We have roosters, so they would definitely let them know when things are around. So
Yeah. Yep.
not worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that when we moved out here, we were definitely thinking about and keeping an eye on.
We also really thought that our electric fence would keep the birds contained.
The chickens? No, the chickens don't care. They
go right through it.
I think they are getting a little smarter, and they realize that they're not protected out there, so they don't go out there as much. Although I did see them back on that side.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
some
never
of
seen
the newer,
like past our line.
the ones that were babies and now have grown up, they don't know the boundary yet. Yeah.
They'll learn.
They'll learn. Yeah, they will.
Some of them will learn.
Yeah. Do you have the water trucked in, or do we IBC tote? We IBC tote.
Yep.
That way we can run it whenever we want.
Ideally, the ideal setup for us would be to have like a dual axle trailer
That it stays
with
on all
2
the time.
IBC totes on it.
Yeah.
So that we can get it done twice as fast.
Yep. That would be nice.
It would be nice. There's so many things that we're like, I think that's like my top thing is a trailer would be super useful. Having a trailer. We'll get there eventually.
Well, yeah, and I think we're finally getting to the point where we're coming out of like we have to do this big infrastructure thing mode, and we're starting to think about, well, how can we streamline some of these things that sort of take us a long time, but we're saving money doing it a certain way, but it's becoming a time suck. Yeah. So it's kind of nice to be moving out of that crisis that crisis infrastructure mode.
I think once we get the Airstream moved and undercover, I think that will be a huge relief to us, and we'll have more like brain space to think about other things like that. Like, how can we simplify this? Or...
I've already been thinking about a few different things, and most of it's pertaining to water.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
and moving that water around various parts of the property. Ooh, hold on. It just jumped. I hate it when it does that.
I wonder if there's a setting that you can get that makes it not jump around.
Yeah, so someone's talking about the compost option to avoid the septic. So you still have to have a septic.
In Arizona, you do.
Yeah, and I know there's a whole thing with the 3 compost system and like a smaller 55-gallon thing, and I think a few people got lucky with that, and I don't think that's flying anymore. It is a little too out of the normal. I think a few people got it approved, and then it kind of gained traction on YouTube, and I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't know. You might be able to get it
I've
if
heard,
you want.
yeah.
Um,
We'll end up with a small septic system, and
yeah,
You
know,
have to
we're
with-
building a house. Like, yeah, you might as well. Okay, do we have an Amazon wish list? We talked about this in depth the other day because the more that we looked at it, Amazon wish lists are kind of a privacy nightmare. We try to keep our address off the internet, and they end up oftentimes showing your address to the people who buy the thing on the wish list to send to you.
that's a problem.
So we're not doing an Amazon wish list. All I have to say, that's not something we'll be doing right now. But we appreciate you thinking of us.
Yeah.
Hold on. It jumped around again. I hate it when they do that.
I thought someone was giving us a finger with all those thumbs up. From here, it looks like the finger.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
We're running out of time, babe.
We are?
Yeah,
Why?
it's almost been an hour.
Oh. So snakes, we haven't seen. Oh, we saw our first little baby rattlesnake the other day.
Yeah, in our garage,
Yeah.
and we couldn't catch it, so we don't know if it's still there.
So snakes are weird here because we're close to the mountains. It seems like we don't see any at all, even though it's perfect conditions for them until like a certain part of the summer, which is around now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're moving from the mountains down into the valley.
Or the other way.
Or the other way,
I
but
don't
there's
know.
like this period, and I mean we've only been here 2 years, but like it seems like there's this period of like a week or two where we see them a lot, but then they kind of like get past us,
Mhm.
and then we don't see them that much. So I don't know.
We're not snake experts, but we haven't seen. We've only had that one little baby rattlesnake. That was just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And we didn't catch it.
Nope.
So
So let's make this distinction. Someone says you can use your sink waste to reuse your water. So in Arizona, sink water is considered kitchen sink water is considered black water, and that's a reason. That's the main reason you have to have a septic. Like even if you have a whole composting thing and you don't even have a traditional toilet in your house, you still have to have a septic because they consider that sink water to be black water.
Yeah.
So that's just. I think it's kind of ridiculous, but that's the reality of the code here. And so that's something that we have to follow.
in different states, I have seen where people have their kitchen sink water go into like this filtration system with worms and reeds and like all these plants that
Mhm.
filter out that water before that water then goes to feed other plants. It works
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I know that it can be done. Arizona just doesn't recognize it as an option.
They don't. But all other gray water, absolutely, we'll be reusing as much of our like shower water
Yeah.
and
Bathroom sink water
bathroom
and shower.
sink and shower and washing machine
Yeah.
water. Totally, yeah. Sorry.
I'm just gonna stare at you.
Don't stare at me. Oh my gosh, hold on. Why does it keep doing this? Hold on. How much water are the trees using on the swell?
We're down to. Did we switch it to
Is
every other day?
But honestly, I
We
haven't
haven't had to
watered
do
it in several days because of the rain.
Yeah.
And that should be dropping soon too, right?
Yeah, we should be going to every 3 days pretty soon.
Yeah.
But it just depends on the water.
Yeah.
They're all doing really good. I was walking this well the other day.
Yeah.
Like almost all the trees have new growth. It's really
It's
neat
very
to
exciting.
see.
Yeah.
I think there's like 2 eucalyptus that are struggling, but I'm just gonna wait and see because there are a few new growths at the bottom. So anyway, they all look really good, healthy. I think that manure really helped. Like that's staying. Like the
Yeah.
straw kind of blew
Well,
away.
let's talk about that because we didn't really tell anybody that we did that.
Oh really?
So,
Oh.
some of you may have noticed at at the end of sort of the last sperm and swell videos that the chickens were messing with the straw that we had put around
They love it.
the trees. Yeah, they would just get around it and they would just pick at it and like throw it out. And so it was a problem because we weren't able to keep that material there. So what we did is we went and got a bunch of cages and put cages around each tree. And then we actually had, well, why don't you talk about the compost? The stuff.
Ever since we had the goats, we've been taking out their bedding along with their manure and keeping it in a pallet compost bin. And so that has added up quickly over the year.
And the chickens pick through all that.
Oh yeah,
like,
they
and
go
do
through
their
it.
job.
Yeah, they move it around. Anyway, I take that manure and we set it around the trees, and that kind of weighted the straw down and added more like wood chips and manure to it.
Mhm.
Goat manure is fine to put like straight on a, like you can take it from the goat and put it straight on your plants.
Sorry.
And like it's perfectly fine and it's really good for the plants.
Mhm.
So that held the straw down, and the chickens haven't messed with it too much since we put those cages around the trees.
They're still messing with
Around
parts
the
of the
berm.
berm, and they really like to do dust baths like right up next to the tree. Like they'll get up to it and just kind of like
Because the
wiggle down.
soil was kind of loose, and so they are
Yeah.
they love that.
Yeah.
But
I will say though that since it has been raining, the berms and the swales have really started to harden up. So the dirt isn't so loose anymore. And we've already got quite a bit of just growth, like stuff growing on it. I don't know
although
if
it
it's
is
our
a lot of amaranth, and I'm going through and pulling all that
Yeah.
because it's an allergy
that
nightmare.
caused my allergy disaster last year.
If I was to let that grow, like we'd have a lot of growth all over that.
Yeah. What we may have to do. Oh, should we tell them about the mulch?
Sure.
So after all that trouble trying to find mulch,
And getting our wood chipper,
Uh-huh.
which I think is still a good idea.
Yeah.
This fall.
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
Side note: this
yeah.
fall when we trim trees, I'm gonna just trim it and put it right through the mulcher.
Well, I think that mulcher is perfect for trimming and mulching right.
Lines.
Yeah, right when you do it.
Yeah.
It's not great for trying to mulch. What do we need? 9 yards
So
of
much,
mulch.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rudy, our permaculture guy, he found a way to get entire like flatbed trucks
Was
of
it
mulch.
like 20 yards or something?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
And he figured it out. He found somebody, and so I think we're on the delivery list to be brought out here at some point. So if we do that, I may see if we can get more of that grass seed mix, because I'm pretty sure the chickens ate
I
a
just
lot
don't
of
know
it.
if it's worth doing that until the chickens are contained.
That's true.
Because
That's a good
I
point.
still think that they will scratch through that. And
Even
get
if
it.
we put the mulch on it.
I think they will.
Yeah, that's possible.
So I think we need to wait until the chickens are contained, then
Yeah.
reseed and put that on.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry to ruin your
no.
plan.
But anyway, we might actually have found mulch. So maybe that whole thing was for naught.
No, I'm still gonna use a little mulcher. I always need mulch. But
All right. How do you say this? Hivo Loco?
I don't know.
I don't know. They said they're new here and we appreciate everything we share. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Question about plastering. Like asking why don't we just get in touch with contractors to plaster, because we're doing a natural plaster and we're not doing like.
Everybody out here, like all the contractors, are just gonna do stucco because that's
Yeah.
what they're used to, and that's what most people do out here.
Yeah.
We're just trying to do it a little more cost effective and natural. Summary.
Sorry, guys. How's our internet?
Great.
It's good. TinyShinyHome.com/internet. That's trust me. You don't want me to get nerdy. That's the quickest way to tell you. Can earthbag homes be insured? Probably not. And actually, the whole opt-out thing pretty much means that it's nearly impossible to insure anything that we build, at least in terms of home insurance. We could do some sort of like weird personal insurance.
Yep.
Yeah. Part of the trade-off, guys. Part of the trade-off. would we go back and buy the Shelter Logics again if we had the chance? That's a good question.
If they were still $500, I think the frame even is worth $500.
Yeah.
Because that frame is solid.
Yep. I agree.
It's just the cover that doesn't work for our climate.
Yeah, I mean, if we're trying to save money, I still think it's probably one of the cheaper ways to build something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if there was another way to do it,
It'd be a lot simpler just to buy
a pre-built shed.
Well, no, not that. I don't want that. But like a, what are those called? Like a Connex shipping container.
Oh, a shipping container, yeah. But those are crazy expensive.
Yeah. And I would feel like I would want to insulate that at that point because there's not much ventilation there. Insulate it and vent it and window and so by the time you do all that, you might as well just get the Shelter Logic and do it yourself.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
We're good? We're done?
I don't know what that means.
Where are you at?
All right. It's your last chance to ask a question.
Yes.
To ask a question. We're going to be wrapping this up in a minute. So get your questions in now.
Oh, we were going to reveal this. Do we want to do that real quick?
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I'll move stuff.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're going to go mobile. If I can get
It's
this
going
up.
to take me a minute.
Huh? Gonna look at our plaster. I'll get this side, you get that side?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's still wet.
Okay,
good.
I'm gonna turn you guys around here. That's very wet.
There's no cracks on it.
No cracks, no cracks. Still looking good.
I want to go look at the other side, though.
Other side, let's go. I'm really thinking this dry time is what we've been missing.
Also, can we talk about how green it is?
It's so green. Like, look at this. I don't remember it being this green last year.
It didn't last as long.
Mm-mm. So this is what, day 3?
Wednesday. We did it Wednesday morning.
It's probably hard for y'all to
This is
see.
day 2, though. This is only 2 days. We did Wednesday morning, so I have Thursday into.
I don't see any cracks.
I have a little tiny bit concern of like these tiny little holes. But I
Yeah.
think once we spray that Rutland cement sealer,
Uh-huh.
I think it'll be fine. But
And
there's
really,
no cracks on
I mean, the top is where we were seeing it the most.
Yeah.
And it looks really good.
I'm real happy with it.
High five. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions and wrap it up.
Yep.
And go to the coffee shop.
I mean,
I
I wouldn't argue.
yeah, I wouldn't either.
And also, look how big this has gotten.
Yeah,
It
this
did not stick out this much.
tree is definitely kind of grown.
Oh, can I talk about this real quick?
Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Sorry. So, you may remember that
Hold on,
really,
I'm gonna come over here because I've got shadow.
I really wanted to do bird baths here. I'm not going to. I don't like it. I don't like the look of it when I come up. It makes me mad. So I'm gonna tear that off somehow and just mount it up like this. And I will incorporate a bird bath, just not in my wall.
Just more like something we get. And,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we could talk about?
What?
Because we've got to observe this wall for probably all. Wow, let me try that again.
Wow.
We've got to observe this wall over the weekend, which means we aren't going to be able to do any actual work on the chicken garden. But we have been talking about moving to the next, or starting a new project, right?
Are we gonna talk about it?
Yeah, I think so. So here, hold on. And it's, I mean, I guess it's not a new like whole project, but while we wait for this to dry, we're thinking about starting to tackle the pump house part of this
Oh.
project.
I thought you were talking about something
No,
else.
no.
Here, hold on. There's a flying ant in your hair. Come here. These flying ants come out when it rains. Sorry. I didn't want you to have an ant in your hair the whole time.
Yeah, so while we wait on this to dry, I think like we're kind of in the planning stages now. And we're going to use some of the other stuff we've done as a template, but we might build it with earth bags. Maybe.
I'm voting earth bag.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think it would look really cool. I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm real happy about how it looks in my head.
Yeah, in your head.
So we need to get the things and like really nail down the dimensions of everything, and we could work on that this week.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Any other questions before we get out of here? I think that's it. The tree is upside down. I don't know what that means. Okay. Friends, thank you. Was that you?
My stomach is
Friends,
so loud.
Ashley is hungry. We
I'm
gotta go
not.
get some food.
I'm not really even hungry. It's just like really angry.
Your stomach says you are.
It's really angry.
Okay, so we're wrapping it?
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping up the live.
Wait, did we say what we're doing next week?
We're working
Because we don't know.
on
I mean, like video
Oh,
wise.
video-wise?
Because we're not ahead anymore.
I don't know. There may not be a video Monday. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We will let you know in the community tab of
Yeah.
our channel, and when we decide, we'll post that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you soon.